guys, can you hear me?
You can turn up the gain up there.
Alright.
Oh, you don't have to.
No, really.
All right.
I can speak louder.
Yep, and I will turn up my audio. All right, Dennis, I think you're good to go.
Yep.
And actually, I won't.
Can you see my screen? Yep.
Anyone use Skype on a regular basis and can tell me how to switch this thing around really quick?
Mm-hmm.
All right, can you push your slides again? All right, your slides are up, and so are you.
Yeah, me too. Okay, guys, can you hear me? I can start, right?
Yep, your screen is black, but...
Yeah, because switch on the Skype. Okay.
What happened?
You see my screen now?
Yep, it's up.
Are we back?
Uh-huh. Okay, guys, I'm starting. Sorry for the periodical interrupting because in Moscow time is later, the internet is stupid, you know, so let me start. But before I start my presentation, I want to show you the short
Watch Dogs 2, out November 15th and going. Played DLC packs early on PS4 for the players.
Hey guys, I have a question for you. Did you play in Watch Dogs video game? I can see you, but probably I can't hear you, so please, let's make some noise who playing the game. Just applause or something like that. Who playing the Watch Dogs video game? Huh? Not so much people. Who didn't play in the game? Okay, 2 person. Right, okay. Hey, grandmothers and grandfathers. The short description for you. In the game, you are here with the main super ability. You can hack everything. You can push the button on your phone and you can steal the data from random person. You can push the button on your phone and you can steal the money from ATM machine. You can push button on your phone and you can change the traffic lights, you know, so it's a turbo game. From technical point of view, it's stupid, you know. But I think it's the main conception that was planted by developers of the game is a beautiful reflection of current situation with the world. My name is Denis Makrushin. I'm a security researcher and I present the expertise of global research and analysis team at Kaspersky Lab. And I try to show you how our smart cities, smart hubs, smart things become stupid. And I think the beautiful illustration of current situation with IoT, with Internet of Things, is the short message that was published on Mitre website. And of course, you know what is that, what is a Mitre, what is a CVA, yeah? If you know, please applaud again. Some noise. Okay, nice. You know what is that. So the short version of the message is something like that. Guys, please stop. We're receiving a lot of information about vulnerabilities in IoT. We have no resources to allocate the CVA numbers to proceed all your requests. Please stop. So I think it's terrible, yeah? But you know that it's not a game. You're a hero, but you're not in the game. You're not in the watchdogs. We're living in smart homes. We're walking, we're traveling in smart cities. Periodically, we're visiting something like the smart hospitals, but it's not a game. It's a terrible situation. For example, you can tell me that, Denis, man, stop, please. It's not actual for me because I have no something smart in my home. I have no something smart in my city, in my office. But I think you have something smart. For example, IP camera. Do you have the IP camera? Please applaud who has IP camera in the home or in the office. Only one person and 4 hands probably, yeah, because I can't see you, but I can listen to you. Only one person. Okay, do you have notebooks, laptops? Guys, of course you have laptops with a web camera. It's a classic of gender, okay. Or another example. A baby monitor, probably your grandfather, grandmother, or mother and the father, and you have the baby monitor. Do you have it? No? Oh, okay, no. Okay. Only one person. Who? Please send your pin on Twitter, okay. Nice. You have a baby monitor. Or another example. Probably you have coffee machine, smart coffee machine, huh? I have. Here's my head. But not me personal, in office. In office we have something like the smart coffee machine. So, but if you have something from this list, probably you are vulnerable. For example, IP camera. It has no authentication in most of cases, yeah? Someone could use the Shodan. Of course, you know what is a Shodan. It's a search engine, special search engine. And then you can extract a lot of sensitive pictures and sensitive streams, personal streams, or streams from office. And you know it. And probably I can show you how. It's quite simple. You need to just input this request and Shodan engine. Let me show you how it is simple from researcher point of view. You don't need to be a researcher, of course. Okay, it's a Russian connection. Oh, without any results. Sorry, it's around port, yeah. Probably from someone in the audience, in the hall, it's boring a little bit, but it's just a case of just I need to show you how it's simple to extract the streams. Not, okay. A screenshot because mistake. Oh yeah. Somewhere in the United States, the camera installed in the front of marketplace probably. Oh, the goal, interesting. Probably it's your flat, no? Guys, can you recognize your flat in Poland? So that's just an example. Just an example how simple to extract some sensitive information. Another example, the smart coffee machine. This stupid thing has a smart features like, please install some application on your phone, and then I can prepare the coffee for you. So you install the application, you send information that I need a coffee with a decaffeinated coffee without any milk and with a lot of sugar. So please prepare. And this stupid thing has another feature. It connects with you and with your Wi-Fi point using the non-encrypted connection. And your information about your Wi-Fi hotspot connection, the password, transmits in clear text, of course. So someone could extract the info, could intercept the traffic, and he could prepare the coffee for you in the worst case, probably. Or another terrible scenario. What do you think if you have the passport, if you can intercept the connection between mobile phone, a victim's mobile phone, and between this coffee machine? What the adversary, what the hacker, cyber criminal, what he can do with that? Your ideas, please, your scenarios. Just one person, please, the random scenario of terrible situation with that. No? No idea. Okay, someone could use this like an entry point. If this thing installed in an office, it could be like entry point for office network, for example. Another example. Someone could overload the hardware of the coffee machine, and as a result, he can burn the office, or he can burn the flat. Terrible scenario. Or another system that could be found if you use search engines like Shodan or Census or Google it even. And what is that? Could you recognize the scheme? What is a manufacturer, what does the enterprise, the type of the enterprise which use this thing? What is that, guys? Your ideas. The turbine system that installed where? I can hear you probably not. Probably you have a lot of ideas, but I can't hear you. Okay, it's a windmill. It's a windmill system. So as a result, anyone could use the front end like dev application dashboard for this windmill system and monitors the parameters of the system. And in some cases, he could change these parameters. And I think it could be catastrophic for everyone. But you can still tell me that, man, Denis, I have no smart things. I have no smart coffee machines. So probably this is only for the best scenarios, or your scenarios actual for video games. I think not, because I think even in the building where you are located now, currently, this building contains something smart in the systems, like building management system or building automated system. It's a router, it's a big, huge router that connects various systems in the building. For example, lighting system, conditioner system, and classic TCP/IP networks. And as a result, someone could use the power socket to compromise the router and then compromise the whole system using the TCP/IP connection, for example. And my friend, Makrushin from another company, demonstrated the interesting scenario. What you can do if you compromise the system like then building an automated system. Let me show you another video. dude in the window was shocked. So I think it's a terrible scenario, yeah? And it's actually right here, like in the building, like yours, the hotel or the gun, I don't know where you are. Or another example, San Francisco scenario. Do you remember the case when the crypto ransomware affects the public terminals, the public ticket machines, and as a result it affects the whole transport system in San Francisco? You remember it? Have you heard about it? Okay, you heard about it, I hope. So, and this is a beautiful illustration that the IoT, the smart city, the smart things, already becomes public. So it allows for everyone to be here from Watch Dogs video game. And let me show you how. You know that a lot of public devices, like terminals, are waiting for a hero in various places in wouldn't analyze the issue of the place because, you know, spirit is not enough. But it's actually even fortunate too. So, and if you try to input something like terminal hack in YouTube, you will see the little videos where the hackers, where the adversaries try to bypass full-screen application, try to remove it, and as a result they can start something like the Paint or Angry Birds or something like that. And based on the lot of video, we create something like a scenarios methodology for security assessment. And what you can do with a public terminal. First of all, if you're a developer or if you're just the guy from the street, you can use the tap phasing. Tap phasing, it's something like just job using your fingers, just manual job. And you can try to bypass the full screen application. For example, you need to tap on the corners of the public terminals if the touch screen, yeah? You can tap and hold your finger for 6 seconds, and it could, as a result, you can create something like a right button click, even. Or you can use the data phasing if your terminal in the interface has something like input fields. You can input some random data like SQL injection scenarios or arbitrary strings or something like that to try to create some undocumented features like woofer overflowing or something like that. Then you can bypass it, and then you can go to the control panel, from control panel to virtual keyboard, from virtual keyboard to Paint or to Angry Birds. And the proof of concept on the Moscow streets. Probably you have something similar on your streets. The terminal if you can, using the terminal, you can rent a bike. Do you have something on your streets, guys? Yeah, okay, I heard yes. So, I saw this in San Francisco, but you know that San Francisco is not a representative city, but anyway, if San Francisco had it, I think there are other regions, like Washington, D.C. has it too. So Moscow has this device. So what is that? It's a sexy application from user point of view. It allows you to rent a bike, to input your credit card, to pay for the rent. It receives the deposit on your card, and then you can rent the bike, you can ride it, and this is a successful story from the user. But from the developer point of view, I think it's probably a good idea to insert your application, to insert the Google widget, because it's a classic Google widget, you see this, without any customization. But you know that without any customization, this plugin contains the string, which contains something like the scale, the information about copyrights, and if you are a user, you can send the report about error on the map, error on the widget. And if you can send the report, you can click on this status bar. You see this below the main map. You can tap on the Send the Report button. Ba-bam! Internet Explorer. Worst case. And a little bit street magic, and you can launch the virtual keyboards. Yeah, you have any types of input. You have the mouse, and you have a virtual keyboard. It's a good scenario for cyber criminal, guys. And as minimum, we want to check who we are. We are admins. Worst cases, right? So, we have created the report for developers and for owners, and send some info that, guys, please don't use non-customized widgets. Please restrict the privilege access. Don't use administrative privileges. Restrict access to the internet, because we can use the Facebook or we can use the Twitter using your terminal. Terrible. And default deny all non-whitelisted applications. Just restrict all exe files. And as a result, we received the info that, guys, thank you. Our clients have been saved, and you saved the world. You help us. Thank you. Thank you. And I think it's a good finishing of the story for any researcher. So thank you, guys, for your attention. Where's my applause? Where's my applause? Okay. This presentation could be finished like this, but 1 month later, the same situation, guys, the same situation. So, we sent a message again for those guys and asked them, like, guys, why you are allow for anyone to steal the data from your terminals? Why you affect your users? So we get something like a response. Guys, we have no priority for your cybersecurity issues. Please, we have another bags. We have a lot of priority. For cybersecurity, something like abstract. Please demonstrate for us something like proof of concept. Demonstrate the real vectors. Okay, Google. How we can exploit it? For example, you can use the mini case. It's just for example. Do you know what is a mini case? Please, let's make some noise. Who knows what is that mini case? 2 persons. Probably 3 persons. How many persons? Please, applause again the whole audience. Applause again, guys. Okay, the mini case. What is that mini case? It's a special tool for pen testers, but it also used by malware developers too. Also sensitive information like passwords and other credential data from the current session of operating system. So anyone could use the mini case on this information about session, extract the credentials in clear text. And you know what? These credentials are actual for each machine in Moscow. Was actual, of course, in each machine. What you can do with that? Of course, you can compromise the users of this machine. You can extract the payment data from databases. You can extract a lot of sensitive information like telephone numbers, like your email numbers, verified email numbers and telephone numbers, and you can sell it on the black market. Or you can build a botnet for that. You can build a botnet for mining, for DDoS attack, and just imagine the conversation, just imagine the situation. The conversation between system administrator and his boss in the small internet shop. Boss, we have been DDoSed by 2 other terminals. What? But it's actual. I think it's actual. You know the story with Brian Krebs and DDoS attack based on vulnerable AP cameras. Of course you know it. So this is the same scenario. You can build a botnet. Or another example of another terminal. It's something like the cinema tickets machine. You can buy a ticket in cinema. So you can tap on the main window. You see this with this window. You can tap the button, hold your finger for 6 seconds, and you will receive something like the right button, click here, property, control panel, virtual keyboard, Angry Birds. Another example, probably the machine that was installed in some government facility. It has a simple function. You just need to input your data, like your name, your address, and then you receive the paper, the little piece of paper with your data. The simple business function, but it does it with the main feature. The window with the printing parameters appears for 5 seconds. What you can do with that, guys? Your idea. This is a Russian text, but I think you remember the classic printing window. So what you can do with that? Any ideas? Any ideas? Just 5 seconds to think. You can change the printing parameters. Then you can start the control panel. Then you can run to virtual keyboard. Then Angry Birds. And another example with data phasing. It's just terminal in museum, but you can insert something like SQL injection scenario, and you receive the error that, sorry, I can't proceed your request. Tap on the error, control panel, run to the virtual keyboard, Angry Birds. Or you can tell me that, man, probably it's actual only for Russia, because probably you have a vulnerability in your DNA to build so vulnerable terminals. We're traveling around the world. We have found a lot of interesting terminals like this one. Probably it's Korean, yeah, it's Korean terminal in Korea, in Korean Imperial Museum. So you can tap on the corner, you can switch on the full screen application, you can start the session, and as a result you can start the Angry Birds all malware. Another example, it's a terminal in Switzerland. When you can see the items, the information about the items, but also you can tap for 5 seconds and hold your finger, and you receive the right button click. Then you receive a lot of information about internal infrastructure, and you can compromise it. And let me show you how. It's a short demo. Just 1 or 2 seconds. Then you get the menu. Using the menu, you can start an application. In that application, you can start something like not the control panel directly, but you can start the help center or something like that. Using the help center, you can start the control panel, Angry Birds or something else. Or probably seeing these terminals, not the terminals, it's classic PC, full screen applications. We have seen it in airports. When you can use it, you pay for the internet access, and then you use it for the surfing, for internet surfing. It's easy to bypass it, guys. You know how, of course you know how. Alt-Tab. So then you can extract a lot of sensitive info about the users, about the internal instructions, or you can extract the verified email address. It's terrible thing for grandfathers and grandmothers. Or taxi stuff. Oh, I like this topic. You know the taxi stuff? It's something like Android-based applications, Android-based tablets, table PC, installed behind the head of the driver or of the second passenger. And you can use it for surfing. You can use it to leave your information, of course. But you can also use it to bypass it and start something like your own scenario or your own malware in the worst case. And as a result, you can modify the applications. You can track the passengers. You can make some photos of the passengers because it's classic tablet PC, and as a result, it has that camera for that. So you can take a lot of pictures of the passengers. It's a privacy, I think it's a privacy leakage. Another example, what you can do with that? You can extract the email addresses, as I told you, the names, the databases, you can use it for social networks, you can attack the user who previously left his data there, and you can create something like the targeted attack on the user. Or you can use the social engineering, of course, the phishing, the sending something like info about you, discounts and updates, please click this link, or something like that. You know how it was. So what you need to do with that? If you are a system administrator of these stupid things, please don't use the administrative privileges. Don't use the restrict access to the internet and use the default deny technologies. It's just 3 simple things. If you are a user, don't insert your credit card in the machine, because it's dangerous. If you have ability to pay using cash, please use cash. And if you, of course, if you found a bug, please send the report to the developers. What about the situation with the traffic camera, with our traffic, with our smart roads in our smart cities? You know, it's a stupid thing. It just has a simple business function. It monitors the speed, and then it forwards the speed to your server, the speed data. So the simple business function, yeah, but it has vulnerability too. It has opened Bluetooth connection. For what? For what? What do you think? Okay, no idea. Or probably you have an idea, something like for service purposes. Yeah, of course, it uses for service purposes, but it has the Bluetooth connection without any authentication. So anyone could connect using Bluetooth, then could extract the embedded system, then could modify embedded system and upload it again. So he could be like a ghost on the roads, because he could add his own car in the database, like some exception. Don't fix my speed, please. So as a result, you're a ghost on the road. Or another example is a traffic camera or network of traffic. Someone, a cyber criminal, has an ability to extract information about the streams, about the internal databases on the camera. It just has a simple function too. It gets something like the speed parameters, then it monitors the numbers, the special numbers on the cars, and then compare the numbers to the internal database of stolen cars numbers. Then, if number contains, it sends information to the internal servers. So the simple business functions, but it has open port that has no authentication procedures, and as a result, someone could extract the streams, video streams from the camera, and could extract, of course, the information about the stolen cars. Or cyber criminals could use it to add their own cars to the exception list, and as a result, they're like ghosts on the roads. So, if you're a developer, please restrict access to your devices. Please use the special sub-networks, like demilitarized zone for those devices. And use default deny technologies to restrict the applications, to restrict something like additional exe files or Linux-based files. So, searcher, if you're a user, if you found a bug, but worst case is when your medicine becomes smart. If you're regularly visiting your medical facilities, you know that a lot of medical devices become smarter and smarter. For example, the typical network of medicine of hospital, of current hospital or medicine facility. What is that? First of all, it's huge machines, huge and expensive machines that connected to PC, or that could be a PC, that could be a network host too. So it doesn't require PC connection because it's something like PC2. Then it could be PAX system. PAX, you know what is that? It's something like picture achievement communication system, something like that. NAS storages for data, for medical data. NAS, of course, you have a NAS in your home because, of course, you have a route first, and the most models of the routers has NAS storage features. So the PAX system is something like NAS.
We had a little both. What do I hit?
Okay, guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Nice one. Entertainment. Dialogue. Monologue. So, the PAX servers. What is a PAX? It's something like the NAS storages. Of course, you have a NAS if you have a router, the high-end router, probably it has a NAS, network attached storage. So the PAX is similar for medicine purposes. So the devices, the huge and expensive machines like MRI or CT or cardiographs, sends the info like image decom image. Decom is JPEG format for medicine purposes too. It's something like the pictures. It's a format for pictures. They send the information about patients to the PAX servers, and as a result, the operator could analyze the data to my patients for analyzing the decom image. This is simple. And theoretically, what could be connected to the internet? Of course, all PCs in this scheme. All PCs. And probably PAX services could be connected to the internet too. And still open the questions about MRAs, about huge and expensive machines. But let's start to scale the problem. Let's start to create something like the thread landscape of medical devices. If you try to input the string decom part in Shodan, you will receive the infos about decom servers and decom devices. Let me show you how it is simple to find something medical in the internet.
So Dennis, are you going to push slides again?
You can see my screen now, not?
I see your face only.
You see my face only? Oh, sorry, because I try to show you the Shodan scenario. Probably you need, I need to... Okay, can you see my screen now?
Oh.
Okay, guys. Do you see my screen? No? Okay. Let me continue my presentation because probably it's still with the internet connection. So, guys, can you see my presentation now?
Oh, you're not, doesn't seem like you're sharing your screen.
Guys, someone. Yeah, you see my presentation now, guys?
Oh, no.
Slowly, internet connection, slowly. Guys, come on. Any feedback from your side?
Nothing. Still hourglassing.
I recall you now. I recall you because I heard. Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Can I recall you? Let me recall you guys.
Your face still.
All right. Nice, nice. Let me continue. So, what will be connected to the internet? Of course, all PCs, the back storages, and still open questions about big, huge, expensive machines. And you can see my screen again because I have not. No, please not. Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
No.
Nope.
You can see my screen. I hope.
No. Is there a share screen on the call settings? You go under call down at the bottom. It says share screen.
Okay, guys. Oh, hello. My name is Denis Makrushin.
Yeah, just underneath the call settings, there should be a share screen
Okay.
option.
Okay, guys. So, this is a decom statistics. I heard some voices. Probably we have some issues, not? If not, let me continue. Because we have a strong time frame. I have 7 minutes for these ideas. So, you can use the showdown to extract information about medical equipment in the internet that's available for everyone. If you use the showdown, you can extract the info that about 1,000 internet connections with the medical devices are available for everyone. Most of them, of course, in the United States. Some of them, of course, it's honeypots. But anyway, it's about 1,000 medical devices. And using the something sensitive strings, some sensitive requests like medical, clinic, cancer, or some, in other words, with the next port, you can extract some information about internal infrastructure of medical facility. So what the adversary can do with that? First of all, he can get the topology of the internal network, and he can bring his notebook to his laptop, to the clinic, to the medical facility, and try to connect to Wi-Fi to extract some interesting rooms, like cancer registry or security officer's room, to extract the sensitive information. Yeah, it's useful for reconnaissance stage of targeted attacks. But you know that it doesn't necessary for him, because he could use the web applications for PACS systems to compromise them and compromise all patients' data. For example, this is an example of some PACS viewer, the special application for operators, and this server contains another entry point to the medical data. It's vulnerable applications like team viewers, Apache services, etc., etc., etc. So it could be used like entry point to medical data. Another example, it's a PACS systems. It's something like the web dashboard for operators, for medical facility personnel. Someone could use it to compromise the medical data. And this example, how easy to bypass it if you use, for example, a Sirix web portal. A Sirix web portal is a PACS system that allows you to manage medical data. So, but I think it's not a typical form, not typical form for a Sirix, because you need to input, usually you need your password and password and your name and minimum, your credentials. But it's just a one button, login. Okay, let's tap on the button. You get the administrative access from this dashboard. And of course, you can use this access to manage all data. You can delete the information about patients. You can extract some sensitive information about patients, and you can add the arbitrary data. And of course, you can see some pictures and some decom images using the dashboard. I think it's a worth cases, because here in Russia we have something like a law that if you're a medical facility administrator, probably you will be in a jail if your medical data will be stolen. So probably you have something same in your laws too. And still often it questions about medical devices. We have checked the few types of medical devices. It's expensive devices, huge, and huge, very expensive devices. And of course it's a joke, because it's a minimum two types. From technical point of view, there are two types of medical devices. There's a host-oriented, that could be like a host in the network, and network-oriented is like, it could be like a host in your internal network, and PC-oriented, host-oriented, that requires the connection to workstation. So let's describe the situation with a PC, with a host-oriented connection devices. If you're an adversary, you compromise the front end, you compromise the PACS system, you compromise the network, you can easily to extract the names of machine, of workstation, that has connections with those devices. For example, you can see that SRB, MED, and something interesting. It's the main names of machines that have connections with those medical devices. Then you can scan this machine, and you can see a lot of interesting entry points, like vulnerable FTP servers, like vulnerable MySQL servers on medical machines, even the worms, the malwares, and in this case, even Half-Life engine I don't know for what, but half-life engine on machine that has a connection with the medical, with the huge and expensive medical device. I don't know for what purposes it was installed there, but it is. But anyway, using these entry points, you can compromise it. And if you compromise it, you can extract the process names of interesting software. And Analyzer exe, I think it's interesting for cyber criminal name to extract something sensitive, yeah, from this machine. What you can extract using this analyzer.exe is a special software for this medical diagnostic devices. Using this analyzer, what an adversary can do with that? First of all, he can steal directly from this machine. He can steal the medical information. He can spoof the information from this medical machine. He can spoof the data. So I think it's the worst scenarios, yeah? Because if you use it, if your patient use it for diagnosis purposes, I think you can make the wrong diagnosis, the wrong verdict for that, for your patient. And also you can change the parameters of this machine. So probably the adversary could create something like special malware for that, and then he could change the calibration parameters and ransom from your side. He could ask you, please send me some money if you want to restore your settings. And you know, these huge machines, their cost about $4,000, and as a result, you can pay for that. You need to pay for that for calibration. So in the worst case. Or he can notify you and help to fix the issues, but not in this world, not in the current world.
Hey Dennis, so we're getting a little bit over time, so we need
to leave with that.
Dennis, can you hear me?
Hello guys.
Yes, so
my connection with you is okay now.
So we're almost getting over time, so we got to wrap up. So we got about another minute.
Yes, okay, I heard yes. Yes, I hear you, but very slow. Okay, yes, just few slides for you. Just few slides. If you are a system administrator in medical facility, please isolate your devices from the network. Isolate FTP servers, medical PACS system, NAS system, etc. from another system in your network. If you are a user, it's as simple. Be healthy. And the last slide. You have a lot of technologies how to implement these devices in your network. And as a result, you can implement not the huge software based on machine learning, artificial intelligence, and etc., etc., etc. Machine learning here, machine learning there, but people still clicks on the link, so phishing attacks still actual. I think the main vulnerability is our brain. We need to create a patch for our brain vulnerability. And I think education is this patch, is the patch for us. So that's why we are here, to save the world. And
All right.